What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be more of a sit down video. I'm just going to be sitting here kind of talking over a few things. Today's video is going to be how to get rid of beat block if you have a lack of inspiration, overcome a lack of inspiration, and how to get inspired. As a music producer, it definitely can be hard as you keep going through it. You know, you have a couple of days where you're just like really feeling it and you're pumping out some really great beats, and then some days you're just like, I don't really like the content I'm making right now, and the beats that I'm not making just aren't hitting. If that's you, then this video is going to be perfect for you. I've definitely been in that situation. Everybody's been in that situation. If you don't do these tricks, you're just going to be convinced of yourself that you have beat block. I think beat block is definitely more of a mental thing. Some people don't even say it's real, but people make it real. I think that your mind makes it real, and you're just going to be sitting there not knowing what to do and be like, oh, I just can't make any beats today. Hopefully this video will help you out. First tip that I have on if you have beat block or if you have a lack of inspiration, the biggest thing that I do is I stay disciplined. I don't stop. I keep going. I'm not afraid to make a bad beat. You can't be afraid to make a bad beat. Don't worry about a beat that you haven't made yet. Your best music is going to come, and it's not going to be the music that you're making right now. Right now it's just a stepping stone. My thing is it's all about reps. You got to get the reps in. It's like working out, you know, you got to work out that muscle. You can't have huge, humongous biceps like Arnold Schwarzenegger after hitting the gym for a week. That's one thing, is getting disciplined and making sure that you know what you're doing and making sure that you're just staying on the grind. Everything nowadays is a grind. I know a lot of producers are here because they want to do it and it's something that's fun, and they don't want to work a job that they don't like. Because let's say once you want to work a job that you actually like, and if music producing is your passion, and once you want to keep doing that, if you're making money off it, keep doing it as your job. Why wouldn't you want to keep doing it as a job? You have to stay disciplined in order to keep doing that, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, stay disciplined is the first thing that I would say. Next thing I would say is, as a music producer, you have to have templates, and you have to have MIDIs set up for you so that it'll be easier for you to get that first initial idea down. Let me talk about templates for a little quick second. Like I said, I have this template set up where it's literally just the clipper. I don't need anything else in there. Some people have templates where they already have sounds loaded in there. Let's say you have an idea and you just want to get right into it. You can have a template where you literally have a clap sound in there. Your template could look like this, something like this, where you just have like a clap and a hi-hat in there. You know, you just start from there. So that's some stuff that you can do with templates. So another thing that'll help you just get a good start, just a quick start on your beat, is having a MIDI pattern set up already for your beat. Let's say that you have like a nice melody that you had, or like an idea for a melody, and then you're like, okay, I don't know what to do with the drums. You can have like a little MIDI pattern set up already for you so that you don't have to go back in there, and then you don't have to recreate the same basic structure that you already have for your pattern. For instance, let me load up a MIDI. This is like my basic clap MIDI. It's pretty much just, I have a clap on every second beat right here. That way I can just go in there, load that up, and then I don't have to worry about, you know, placing each individual clap sound in. Same with hi-hats. Hi-hats are super easy because you go in here and your MIDI's already set up. All you gotta do is go here, hit the filled two-step, and then that's your MIDI right there, and then you'll get this. So that's a good way to start. Have MIDIs and have templates. You're ready to make your next track, and you're not feeling like, oh, I can't make a beat today. The next thing I would say is watch some content. Watch some other producers making beats. There's plenty of content out there. There's a channel just like this one. You guys watch me cook up and teach you guys how to make good drum patterns and how to mix your beats and stuff like that. And videos like this, obviously, so you guys can get inspired. Just watch some content. You know, maybe all it takes is a video, and then you get inspired to be like, oh, I like what that producer did in that video. Now I'm inspired to make something similar. And if you guys are struggling with your drum patterns, make sure to go watch my video on how to be creative when making your drum patterns. I'll leave that video right up there so you guys can just go watch that. So if you guys don't know what you're doing with your drums, make sure to go watch that video so you guys know exactly what you're doing. And you can take those basic elements that I have in that video, make MIDIs off of that, and then you guys will be ready to go. Back to my previous point with MIDIs and templates, just load in that basic structure of a MIDI pattern for your clap or your hi-hat. Make sure to watch that video, get a quick structure for your drums. I mean, that's the biggest thing. If you're running out of ideas, just have a basic structure for your drums, and then you'll be good to go. If you just watch other people make beats, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so they're still making beats. I can make a beat right now because I'm kind of inspired by watching other people do it too. So watching content is always a good idea. Next thing that I do is I'll follow a certain pattern. I'll make it like a daily habit throughout my week and throughout my month, so that I'm getting used to that pattern of just repetition. Back to the point where I said it's all about reps. It's all about getting it in. If you really want to be a beat maker and you want to do it for fun, and you also want to make money off of it, stay consistent, man. Make it a pattern. Make it a habit. You don't want to just sit there, say that you're a beat maker, say you're a producer, and not actually produce. You can't say that you're a producer and only make like a beat a month. You're not a producer at that point. You're only as good as your last beat. So you have to continue to make beats and continue to learn how to improve. Follow a pattern, make it a habit. It's something that I do every day regardless. I don't care what day it is. I'll still wake up and I'll make a beat. Back to the point of having MIDIs and having templates, make it easy for yourself. You don't want it to be the same process every time, but you want to make sure that you're making it easier so that you're not wasting your ideas. As a producer, you don't have time to be wasting your ideas. If you have a really good idea and you know kind of what you want your music to sound like, then lay down that idea. The more you produce, the better you're going to get at it. So the easier it's going to be for you to be able to lay down that pattern that's in your head, or lay down that idea that's in your head. So make it easy for yourself. Next thing I want to talk about, and this is probably the biggest point that I'll lay down in this video, is you want to finish your projects. I know a lot of producers just sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'll just make an 8-bar loop today. No, dude, you got to finish your beats. Oh, I don't want to finish my beat today. You know, I'm just going to make like a hi-hat pattern and throw a shitty melody. No, finish your projects. Don't be afraid to make a bad beat. Like I said, don't be afraid to be like, okay, this beat wasn't my best beat, but you know what? I'm going to keep doing it again. And I'll show you an example. This is what I do. Let's say that, oh, I just made a really bad beat. Oh, it's shitty. Oh, put a clap here, 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 blah, 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 blah. Sounds like this. Cool. Well, you finished your beat. Once you're done making your beat and you feel like there's nothing else that you can do with that beat, you're at a point where you're like, I don't know how to finish this idea. Take your pattern, structure your beat. What I'll do is I'll literally like structure it out, you know, chorus, verse, verse. Make sure you have a basic structure for your beats. Finish it out, add some effects to it, make it sound like an actual beat, like somebody might actually hop on it. You never know who's gonna actually like your beat and who's not. Even if you're not rocking with it, somebody else might rock with it. Sometimes the best beats are the ones that you don't like. Just finish the beat, hit file, save, and just open up a new project. Just like that. Open up a new project and start fresh and make something else. Finish your beats, make it a habit. I mean, that's one of those things that really changed my ideas in terms of making beats. It was like, sometimes I would just wake up and only have like one unfinished beat made that day. You get into that habit. You don't want to fall into that trap. You want to be on the ball and finish, just get used to it so that you can continue to work further on. Keeps your engine going too. Once you're done with that beat, you're like, okay, cool, I finished that one. I feel good about myself. Next thing is, dude, just go outside. Some of y'all producers just sit in your room all day and don't do shit, bro. If you have beat block and you're like struggling with the beat, or you just made a melody, but take a break, go outside, go for a walk, bro. It's literally beautiful outside. Get a breath of fresh air, get a water bottle, drink some water, take a break, hang out with your friends, come back, finish your beat. It's a beautiful world out there. Don't be just sitting in your room like a little cockroach. You can go outside, talk to people, get inspired by nature, bro. Those are my tips and tricks on how you can overcome beat block and overcome a lack of inspiration when you're making your beats. It's a tough thing to do, all easier said than done, but once you actually implement these into your workflow and into your beat making process, I guarantee you that you literally won't have beat block. Everybody who says that beat block isn't real is because they do these things. Anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. It's more just like a chill sit down. Hopefully you guys took something away from this video. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, do all you got to do, and yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.